So we all know when Noach went out of the Teva, he planted a vineyard. And if you see, it ended up being right away. Everything was planted right away. Like in one shot. It was so much quick. He plants it up, makes a vineyard, makes grapes. So the question is asked, like, what was so special? Like, what was so special about that day, and what's to understand from that? And this is what Shlomo Melech says, B'yom tova yeh betov, which means like this. When a person, the Gemara says that we get judged on Pesach for the tevuah, for the crops, for the tevuah. And Abaye says in the Gemara Rosh Hashanah, after Pesach, if you start, you have some seeds, and you start planting it, and you see it's rolling. They're planting quick and they're going quick, and he says take everything else you have, meaning that I need to say see if you can plant more and more and more. Why? Because when you see the day of Beracha, continue, ride with that day of the Beracha. B'yom tovah yeh betov. It says the same thing with Rav Huna. The Gemara Masechet Megillah speaks about Rav Huna, how one time Rav gave him Beracha that he should be that he should be covered with silk. That's a sign of wealth, that he should be covered with silk. And a year later, he was walking by and he sees Rav Huna, and he sees Rav Huna was all his daughter-in-laws had a silk scarf, and they covered the rabbi. The rabbi was relaxing. They covered the rabbi. They're like, wow, my Beracha came true. So Rav was very upset at Rav Huna. He says, what happened? He said, if you would have said V'chen lemor to me, meaning to say, when somebody gives you Beracha, it could be an et ratzon at that moment. It could be an et ratzon, like a Beracha. He's supposed to say, and so to you. So therefore, what happened was, he was upset. If you would have said it, I would have got the same Beracha back. It would have been amazing Beracha. So the point we're trying to say is that in life, when you're seeing the days of Beracha, continue riding with the Beracha. Now, I want to also discuss something on the flip side. There's something called Yemei Ahava and Yemei Sin'ah. What does it mean? Sometimes a person wakes up and he has a cloudy day. Whether it be in his business is cloudy, whether it be in his relationships is cloudy, whether it be in his friendships is cloudy. Sometimes a person wakes up and something doesn't go your way. You get a ticket in the car, whatever happens. Like what's going on, it's going upside down. So in that, you have to understand, what are you supposed to think about and what are you supposed to do? There's two things that I will tell you. One thing is, like what Shlomo Melech had, Gimel Zayin Yud. What is Gimel Zayin Yud for? He had like a chain, and it said Gimel Zayin Yud on it. What its pen stands for? Gam Ze Ya'avor. Gam Ze Ya'avor means that it'll pass. Right? You have a cloudy day, it's a rainy day, it's a cloudy day, it looks gloomy. Don't worry, the sunshine's going to come out. You have to know that. I'll never forget, there was one time I got a phone call, and it was in the summertime, and I didn't know who it was. It said like the call was 000. I don't know what it was. I answered the phone. It happens to be a lady gets on the phone, young lady, and she says, Rabbi, I'm in camp. She was in a sleepaway camp. She said, I'm going. I said, what happened? She tells me that she was dating a guy that she really, really liked, and the guy basically said he's stopping. But that wasn't the hard part that she said. She said that he ended up dating her best friend. So it's like you stab the person, then you twist the knife, like that. It's not enough. You got rejected. Now you're going like this. So and she can't. It's very hard for her to deal with, and they call with advice. So I told her this advice of Gam Ze Ya'avor. It's going to be hard and it's going to be tough, and it's going to happen. It's going to be tough, but just know, whether it take a week, a month, or 2, a year, this is going to pass. It's a wave, but it's going to pass. It's going to pass. And when I told her, she asked me, do you promise me? Like, if you promise that, it's a no-brainer. So we don't have to promise anything. At the end of the day, it's facts. It'll hurt. It's painful now, but as time goes on, it'll pass. That's what you have to know in a gloomy day. It's a business deal, whether it be in a relationship, any situation, just know it's going to pass. And the second thing that you have to know is, you have to look back at the accomplishments and see how, till this far, how you got to. For example, there was one kid that came to the Stipler, a young guy. He says, Rabbi, I'm leaving the yeshiva. I said, why? He says, 5 years I'm in the yeshiva and I'm not growing. He said, come over here, take out the Mishnah, read the Mishnah. He read the Mishnah. He said, let me ask you, 5 years ago, did you know how to read the Mishnah? He said, no. So why are you saying that you're not growing? Of course you're growing. You understand? It made him feel good. He stayed in the yeshiva. Because you have to look back and see your accomplishments, what you did till now. Don't let yourself down. The Yetzer Hara, sometimes he gets you, oh, I'm good for nothing. Fine, shamble yourself to be better. Shamble yourself to get better. Yes, we understand that. But don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you down. Yes, you can shamble, I gotta do better, you do have to do better. But don't let it make you go down. Because if you look at the accomplishments where you were a year ago. Think about it right now. Where were you a year ago? I'm looking around right here, and I see three guys in front of me right here. I remember where they were years ago, 2-3 years ago, and I remember where they are now. So they might look at themselves, I didn't accomplish so much, I got to accomplish more, and there's that. You're right, you do have to accomplish a lot more, but at the end of the day, don't let that pull you down. How do you do that? By what? By remembering your accomplishments. By remembering, look, 2 years ago I wasn't like this, and now I'm like this. Wow. And like that, it won't make you feel down. Understand? It won't make you feel down. So therefore, again, let's review. B'yom tovah yeveh tov, which means when the day is Beracha, continue running with the Beracha. And the same thing, that the days where a person might have gloomy, yemei sinah, just know, don't let it get you crazy. 2 things you have to know. Remember your accomplishment. And the second thing is, this too shall pass. Gam ze ya'avor. Have a great day.